Stockholm.
Well, is there anything else you wanna get into before we wrap this thing up?
I don't know. Have you got any other questions, Jimmy?
We went through the whole board, my girlfriend. We
The
went through
whole
the whole
board
board.
Well, how often do you get to see Connor?
I will see him on the day after Thanksgiving. He's gonna watch this. Is there
Hey,
anything?
Connor's down in Harrisburg.
Yeah, he goes to Millersville University. But is there anything you could any kind of shout out or any kind of tidbit you could say to him before we head out?
Well, I would just say keep putting one foot in front of the other, and before you know it, you're going to be across the road, which means you're going to get to where you wanted to go. Don't try to get ahead of yourself, even though you really want to be there, because it's a process. It just takes time. It takes time for the. Is he on hormones yet?
No, this is the stage where he's going to change his name, and
That's very important.
he's on my insurance, so probably I'll end up helping him out with that. But
And once he does, like with me, when I first got on the hormones, I wanted all the effects like tomorrow, right? And it's just like any genetic person, them things don't happen overnight. They're gonna run their course, and it's gonna take their time. But just don't try to get discouraged because you can't have everything right now. It just takes time. And I hope you get to meet him sometime.
you will. He's going to watch this, and I'm sure he's very excited. Yeah, I just want to be supportive for him. I part of this conversation, once I learned that you were transgender, was I became 100% more. Not that I wasn't excited to begin with. I was definitely excited, but it made me 100% more excited because I'm emotionally invested in this whole topic. I'm not just trying to find out what it was like for you and blah 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 blah. No, I'm in it. I want to know what I can do for my son to make it easier for him to be able to get from the beginning of it to the comfortable part of it where he can live his life. Like, that's all I care about. I don't care who judges me. If there's anyone in my family who has anything to say after this conversation's over, I want you to think really carefully, because my first concern, whether my kid identified as a man or a fucking fly, it wouldn't matter. All my concern is his happiness and making sure he has a chance to succeed in life. If you don't share that vision with me, you can go get fucked.
No, hopefully one day they will.
Well, I mean, you don't need that poison in your life. So I think sometimes it's best to separate yourself for now from people that are poisonous.
Well, we'll find out after this airs. Hopefully my family is accepting as I am. I think with the pandemic, I think with the government and all that crazy shit, I think family is more important now than ever. Whether you're trans, whether you're straight, gay, don't matter. Family is family, and family is most important right now, because nobody knows what the fuck's going to happen tomorrow. We could be on lockdown at any fucking day, and these fucking masks are fucking killing me. I know it's necessary, but it blows. I can't breathe. And
you got to wear them at the warehouse
all day long. I can't breathe.
Well, he has to wear them too because I have health issues.
Well, she has scleroderma. I don't know if you know much about it, but it has to do with the weakening of the organs. And so basically, if I were to bring this thing home to her, it could be a fucking TKO. And if I'm responsible for her murder, I'm going to the nut house. So
I hear you. It's hard in.
This whole world is shifting.
A lot of unknowns, ain't it, Jimmy?
Yeah, arm wrestling out the window. We're done with it. I'm talking real life.
Right.
We're entering possible civil war territory without getting too political. It's about to get real fucking funky in this world.
There's been a couple times, because I go over and have supper all the time at my dad's and my stepmom's, and if I'm coming down with like the flu or something, I'll call Dad and I'm like, man, Dad, I'm not feeling good. I'm gonna just stay out on the truck a couple more weeks. I don't dare come home until I know I'm feeling good. I don't know what I would do if I brought it home to my family, you know.
Well, the thing about me that I just experienced, ever since this Paul N podcast, like I have a couple people after you lined up. I've been lining it up, and I never had to do that before, and I think it's amazing. And I think I'm gonna have conversations with people in this sport that have never been had. And the more we do this, the more crisp and better I'll get with it. But at the end of the day, I go to work every day, and I don't know if I'm going to bring this thing home to her or not, whether I wear a mask or not. Sometimes I exert too much energy where I'm editing till 4 a.m, and I get up to work at 6, and I'm work till 7 p.m, and then I edit till 3 a.m, and 3-4 days of that, fucking
you don't want to get yourself sick.
I feel exhausted, but I don't know if I'm exhausted or if I have the COVID shit. And then it's a really fucking strange.
The unknown is very scary.
Yeah. And I just think that with that being said, that family, like no matter what happens, like it all begins and ends with that. And trans, straight, gay, lesbian, it don't matter. It's bigger than that right now. I think that we need to come together because nobody knows where the fuck this thing's going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you're Craig there. You're going to have him on. He's got a good story to tell you.
Craig might have a podcast together. Since we're talking about Craig, it's a build up. Me and him had an amazing conversation. Out of everyone in this sport, sometimes I feel like I'm crazy because of the way I analyze things. Maybe I think about them too deep. Not everybody's willing to go down that rabbit hole with me. Sometimes I think I push it when it's not.
I think I had a match with Craig in Florida.
Get out of here. Really?
No, in 2011. I think he first got into the sport. He beat me, but I do think I had a match with him when he was first coming into the sport. Yeah.
That's pretty. he's a very motivating individual to listen to. As far as discipline in his life, I think he's above where I am. I am not perfect. Still figuring this thing out. I still make mistakes. I think we have very similar ways of thinking, and I think if we may end up joining together and doing a podcast together, where me and him will either talk about topics, or me and him will together interview people. So yeah, that's going to be probably after Jason. You know Jason Merlo?
The name sounds familiar.
He's a big name in this area. I'm going to do him tomorrow night, and after that, I think Craig's
I'm
on.
still learning all the
Me too.
competitors out here.
Me
So
too. Me too.
most of my pulling was out west, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's pretty much.
You get enough goodies for your candy jar?
I think I got enough candy for tonight.
Yeah, it was wicked fun.
It
was nice to talk about other things than just being transsexual.
I
gotta be honest, it gets old after a while.
I know, and there's a lot more to you than what the hell the transition was, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I admire your bravery. I admire your confidence. And I think it needs to be showcased, because it more important than yourself. I think our conversation needs to impact the youth that are going through this. I don't even care what impact this has on the arm wrestling world. This conversation, to me, it was more geared towards people in the similar life situation, because I think I have a lot of experience in my life with suicide, people leaving my life through killing themselves. And it's really hard to deal with when it's someone that you love. And I don't want to get into any names out of respect for the families, but when I did the little research and seen the suicide rates for people in the beginnings of this transition and the lack of support, it really shook my soul, more so than anything that we talked about tonight. That was like the most important thing for me.
Yeah. Well, I tell you this going away story, since you like my stories, right?
Love story.
Yeah. So I'm at this Travis Badgett tournament in California, LA area. I don't remember where it was.
Yeah.
And Gabby was down there from Brazil. So it was excited to pull her again.
Mm-hmm.
And old Travis, he's doing his brackets with a piece of paper and a pencil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Writing stuff down. And so I'm pulling Veronica. I can't think of her last name. She won a national title this last year, right-handed. Knight, Veronica Knight. And something happened, and they was putting the strap on, and they put the buckle on over here, and as soon as he tightened up the buckle, it took all the hide off my hand.
Fucked.
Yeah. So I'm bleeding all over the place. I'm saying, hey, Travis, have you got a Band-Aid or something? You know, usually if you're at a tournament, you got the first aid kit at least, right? I ain't got a Band-Aid, nothing. So looking around, there's finally this one grandma type character. She had a couple of Powerpuff Girl batteries, little girl batteries. So I got
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah. So I got this Powerpuff battery, a Powerpuff Girl Band-Aid on my damn hand.
That's awesome.
I put the Band-Aid back, and I go back to pulling.
Did you give you superpowers?
No, I still lost.
You're awesome.
I had cool Band-Aids. So.
I love it. Are you going back to work tonight? Or you're done?
I'm going to work in my sleep. I'm going to bed.
You got a bed behind you?
Yeah. You see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got the refrigerator and everything.
Oh, you got the whole setup there, huh?
Yeah, I'm good here. So
you're set up for success.
Yep, I am. So we'll have to next time. I'll have more stories, Jimmy.
Next time, listen. The first time we get through the life story, the next time we just get into the goods.
Yeah, we'll get some more stories.
Some of my audience is arm wrestling. Some of them is not. And what I'm trying to do is get people more engaged in our sport, because there's a passion, a love, and a fire that's changed my life. And even if you don't
Jimmy,
join
did someone punch you in the head?
I got into a car
Yeah,
accident with some fucking friend of mine who I let drive my car, and he shouldn't have drove it because he wrecked it.
I don't think he's very good at it driving.
Should have paid for the damages, but he didn't.
Look what he did to your head.
He fucked my head up and he didn't give me no loot. Took care of it. Well, fuck the other. Yeah, I'm all jacked up. I'm ugly now because of him. So now I have to be beautiful from the inside out because I look like a fucking Frankenstein now. Yeah.
I don't think you're any more ugly than when I first met you.
I love it. I love it. You have a wonderful night. This has been a blast. Did you have fun?
I had a blast. I always enjoy myself.
I know. I love that about you. Listen, there's all kinds of good, bad, and ugly going on in this world. What I like to say, I sit Indian style in a storm of tornadoes, calm, cool, and collected, because that's how you have to live your life, because shit's going on everywhere around us, and it's easy to get flustered with this fucking prick or the news or this guy or that guy. If you can be in tune with yourself, find a way to find your own happiness. You don't need anyone. If you find someone, that's a bonus. But if you can love yourself in the way that you're looking for, that's really all you need, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, if you can't love yourself, how are you going to love anybody else? So
exactly. That's the perfect way to end it.
I don't know how to hang up on you, Jimmy. So I'm sorry.
Hey, you got to give me a plug. We need to like. I need you to share. Can you hit that subscribe button for the kid?
I will.
I hate saying that. That's the worst part about this whole thing. Make sure you hit that like, smash that fucking like button, hammer that subscribe, share the process so we can grow this thing. I hate it.
I will hook you up.
That's scary evil.
Better put your hat back on, Jimmy. Get the hat.
You have a good night, honey. It's been tremendous.
All right.
This is the way.
But I've been close with him for about a year. He's a real good guy, man. I love him. This right here, this Italian Stallion shirt, it's old school. It's his.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so awesome. But he gave me some information that no Rocky fan knows. And I wanted to give this to you. Are you ready? I told him about this when we first started. I don't know how long we've been on, but I wanted him to wait till the end. So I'm going to read these from index cards, word for word, Jason's, because I wanted to make sure that I got these accurate. Now, the first few you may know, but these are for not everybody will. But then it's going to get and it'll get better from there. Okay. So
info, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Jason, I wanted to, after all this conversation has ended, see if we could come up with some kind of a nickname for you. Now, I'm going to tell you what I came up with, and I think it sucks. First, I asked you what you thought. You didn't really have one, did you?
I don't have a nickname.
Here's the one I thought of. It sucks.
This is the way.